Is there anything that smells better than freshly brewed coffee in the morning? I highly doubt it. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Glad to have you here like always. Now that I have my fresh cup of coffee, I can get to work on this new outdoor aviary slash bird room. Now you guys are probably wondering why it is that I am building this new outdoor aviary, and the number one reason, or the main reason, is because as many of you found out in a video that I made a couple of weeks ago, is that we have a new addition to the family, and it is baby Kylie, and she will be arriving early November. As a result of this, I wanted to make sure that I moved all of the birds that I had in the garage outdoors, and this was the best way. Now, it isn't the only reason. I've always planned on building an outdoor aviary here, but I just haven't really gotten around to it, so I'm very excited with this new project that we have. And the birds, unfortunately, in the garage, there are no windows. They don't get any natural sunlight, and I also do make a mess every time I go from the garage into the house. I track seeds, dust, and all of those things are stuff that could potentially harm the newborn. So I don't want to have to deal with any of that, and I prefer just to move them out here. So this is pretty much going to be an update to show you guys how far along we're getting with this aviary. And although it's taken some time, we are moving forward. I plan on probably making this or turning this into a 3 to 5 part series where I show you guys all of these new updates and what is going on with it. Today's video, we're going to mainly focus on the foundations, which is going to be the roof, which is pretty much done, as you guys can see here, and the floor. Now, with the roof, we decided to go with these insulated panels, and that's going to be great because these insulated panels are going to help us out to make sure that we can control the climate inside of this aviary, since it will be a climate control aviary slash bird room. I plan to have an AC unit in here. As you guys can see, I've bought quite a lot of things already for this outdoor aviary in preparation for when we seal it up. We have the windows that will be going all across this side right here and also across this section. So there's going to be plenty of natural light coming inside of this aviary because of that 90 degrees full of windows. Now I also have that table, which is going to go across here in this section at a 90-degree angle, following the same angle as the wall. And I love that desk. It looks amazing. Also, these two doors. I plan on having 2 doors for the aviary. Potentially one's going to be on this corner here, and then the other door is going to be on the opposite side of the aviary right over here. So depending on which side I want to come in through, whether it's the backyard or the front yard, I'll have access to this aviary. The main thing that we have to start working on next is this floor. As you can see, there are some cracks in the concrete, so we will have to patch that up one way or another, but I do want to lay tiles on top of this concrete, and for that I have my father-in-law. He knows how to do a little bit of everything, so he's going to be helping me out. And these are the tiles that I chose for this aviary. They are 24 by 24, just natural white tiles. I plan on making this aviary, or having it look as white as possible. It's going to have white cages, white floors, white walls, to allow as much natural sunlight and be as bright as possible for the birds. So first of all, I'm going to be moving all of these tiles out of the way, cleaning out this whole entire area so we can start working on laying down the tiles. Now this concrete below us is cracked in a variety of different places, and those cracks don't really worry me too much, but it does have a lot of different sections that slope either downwards or in different directions. So we have to try to even it out as much as possible. And in order to do this, we're going to use some cement that we're going to mix up and try to make this area as evened as possible, so that when we do lay down the tile on top, it is quite even all the way from the front to the back. There is about 40 feet from the front to the back and about 12 feet wide. So it is a big, large area that we have to try to even out. We're only going to focus on this section here, which is the one that slopes down the most, to try to even it out with the other area. Once we get this done, we'll be able to start laying down the tiles. And once those tiles are laid down, it is going to look perfectly even all the way across. So can't wait to get this out of the way so we can get ready for the tile. As you guys can see, we are starting to make some progress here, and it is looking a little bit better. I started on the opposite side of the aviary and I'm moving my way towards the portion that is the lowest so that we can make the mix that goes on the bottom of these tiles as thick as possible, climbing upwards. And you're gonna notice by the time that we get to the end, there is gonna be quite a bit more tin set at the bottom of each of these tiles because of how uneven this terrain is. So I'm very lucky and I'm very fortunate that my father-in-law knows how to do this, so it is saving me quite a bit of money, and I'm learning in the process how to also throw down this tile. And I'll be honest with you guys, over the years I've built a variety of different aviaries, and with every single build you tend to learn something a little bit different, something that you would improve with your next aviary. So I'm very happy to have all of those years of experience to kind of build this one, which hopefully will be the last aviary that I build, and pretty much put all these different things that you already know will make it better into it at once. Things that make these aviaries practical. It makes it simpler for you to clean, and it just makes it the way that you want it to be. So I'm very happy to be able to have that experience and have the help of my family in order to get this done, because I kind of am in a time crunch here. We have the baby coming early November. I'm supposed to be starting the breeding season already. Right now we are at the beginning of September, and this is usually when my breeding season starts, so I am kind of behind with all of these things. I've been in preparation for receiving the baby, trying to finish this outdoor aviary, and it is so many things that it is hard to get things moving, and sometimes you get stuck. So luckily, thanks to the help of the family that we have here, they're very supportive. We've been able to finish most of these things, and hopefully soon I'll be able to do more updates showing you guys how I close the aviary. But as of now, getting this tile work has been our #1 goal, and luckily we're pretty much nearing the end of it, and it's been insanely difficult. There's two things that I can tell you guys that I hate doing, and one of them is painting. For some reason, I find it incredibly hard to paint. I hate doing it. And number two is going to be doing tile work. I will never do this again. This is the very first time that I helped them throw down the tile, and it will probably be the very last time that I ever lay down some tiles. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. And this is pretty much it for it. I finished the roof, we finished the tile, the foundation is completed. And now we can move on to the walls, and that's gonna be part 2 of a different update of this aviary build. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video like always. If you did, remember to hit that like button, consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. We will see each other in the next video.